Welcome to ISCFDC EZOpt tutorial. In this tutorial, we will learn how to use the procedure node. Let's begin by adding a procedure node to the workflow. In contrast to other nodes, double-clicking on this node will show a new window with no actions to perform except for changing the procedure's name. To edit the procedure, we need to right-click on the node and select the Modify Procedure option. This will send us to a new tab in the workflow window, titled with the name of our procedure node. To go back to the main workflow, select the leftmost tab. We can also close the procedure tab by clicking on the X left to its name, and we will be sent back to the main workflow. Using the workflow tree won't work in this case, because it is now the procedure's workflow tree. For the procedure to communicate with the main workflow, we need to use these two procedure-specific nodes. Procedure input, used to receive values from the main workflow. It can be a vector or a scalar, and there can be multiple procedure input nodes. And procedure output, used to send values out to the main workflow. It can only be a scalar, and there can be multiple procedure output nodes. Connect the procedure input node to the procedure output node. Double-click on the procedure output node, write in the expression procedure input multiplied by procedure input, and click OK. Now we can link nodes from the main workflow to the procedure as inputs and outputs. Let's add an input node and an output node to the workflow. Connect them to the procedure, link the input node to the procedure input, and the output node to the procedure output. Next, we'll edit the input node's bounds from 0 to 1 to 0 to 10. Go to the scheduler, add 11 designs, and click OK. Click on the Run button, select the directory to run in, and run the workflow. Let's take a look at the results. We can see that for each input, we get an output that is equal to the squared value of the input. That means that the procedure that we built is a power of 2 procedure. So let's change the procedure's name to PO2. Procedures can be saved as templates for future use. This can be done by right-clicking on the procedure node and selecting Save. Now, we will have a new node available in the Workflow Nodes panel all the way at the bottom, nested under the Procedures template and titled with the name of our procedure. To change the template's name, right-click on the template and select Rename. To delete a template, right-click on the template and select Delete Template. To export a procedure template, right-click on the template and select Export. Give the file a name and select where to save it. This way, we can save our template outside EZOpt itself. To import a template, right-click on the procedure template line, select Import, find the template we saved, and select it. If a template with the same name already exists, it will add a number to the imported template's name. We can also create categories under templates and move different templates into those categories by right-clicking on a template and selecting Move To move it into a new or different category. We can edit the procedure without affecting the template itself and save it as a new template under a new name. For example, if we wanted the power of 3 procedure, we can edit the PO2's output expression to input time input time input. Change the name to PO3 and save it as a new template. Now, we can add the template into the workflow and look inside. We can see the exact same PO2 procedure we created before. This way, we can create different variations of the procedure without actually affecting the original procedure. This is it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching.